with these?
Well, the rolls, we received the rolls, they got wet on the trailer.
Okay.
The problem that we have with this is it's a 43-pound basis weight paper. It's lightweight and it's coated, so when they get wet, the coating sticks together.
Okay.
So if you try to run this on a machine, it'll keep ripping out as if every time it comes around and hits that spot.
Okay. Now, is there a certain point in the roll where it's not damaged anymore?
Well, you have bad spots and then you'll have good spots, but once, like this is if it's wet 10 inches in,
right,
you're losing 20 inches off of this diameter. So it reaches a point where we wouldn't even bother with the roll. It's just not worth the time putting it onto the machine.
Right.
Or all the labor to slab all that off.
Now, so it's not wet on one side per se. It's wet like on one side this way.
Right here, it's wet. It's wet here. So I mean, you have a portion where you have like, you know, a small portion of the paper that would be good.
Right. But what's the estimated value on a roll like this?
A rough figure. I mean, I would have to say. I mean, just. Rough figure, maybe $1,000, maybe a little more, but then you also get there's scrap value to it.
Right. Yeah, what do you think they'd be sold for as salvage or scrap?
That's another one. We would have to look that up. Our when they filed a claim, or Dan, the traffic manager, would have this very specific information on it. I'm just giving you rough. It's probably worth about 9 cents a pound.
Okay. And this. Now, how many rolls are there that are damaged?
Well, we can go down to the office and see. This was the one lot that a lot of these were scrapped. I think there's actually more rolls in this, but only some of them are only wet a couple inches, so we would just slab that paper off. So when they did that claim, they only did the portion of whatever they would slab off.
Okay. So there's no certain depth then that it's okay?
Right, I mean, if it only went in a couple inches, we would just slab those couple inches off.
So when they're transported, are they transported this way or are they transported?
They're on end, just like this poker chip style.
So they're shipped like this?
Right. So all these were on the bottom, sitting on the floor of the truck.
Okay, so you guys are determining how far in it goes up the roll?
No, we don't.
Or how far in?
On the diameter of the roll.
On the diameter of the roll.
Right.
So, I mean, do you know exactly what happened, like, as far as on the truck, like, how they got wet? Is there just a hole in the side of the truck? Or, I mean...
I wouldn't know.
Okay.
They just came back to us.
Okay. Now, are these rolls part of the claim as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Imagine for this many rolls to get wet, that the water might have soaked up through the floor, which does happen in heavy rain.
What is paper usually like this used for in final process?
Something like this might go towards like coupons, ads, things like that.
Okay. Sunday paper.
Yeah. Well, not the actual Sunday paper itself, but the inserts.
Yeah.